Morning, folks. How are we doing today? Hello to everyone who was in early. Hello, Mama D, Peter the Cat, the Warpler, JC, Little Bubs, Curious. How are you all doing? Hello, Aunt Parsons as well. How are we all doing? Hello to my Spud Buds. How are we all doing? We all having a good time? Hello, Mama D. Sorry to hear about your car. Your belt flipped off. I'm assuming like you mean like the runner belt or something like that, not the seat belt or something like that. But yes, hello guys. How are we all doing? How are we all doing? Straight up, gonna be honest with you, probably gonna be a fairly short stream today, kind of impromptu. Didn't really have anything planned for today. It just kind of dawned on me that it was Hump-Day, and I was like, oh well, I usually do a Hump-Day thing, so I might as well jump in for it. So I quickly went and grabbed a few things that I thought, oh, these could be interesting to talk about or to watch or whatever. Some of them I haven't even watched myself. This one in particular, Jared and Boogie Tonight are the Grinches that chilled on Christmas. It's by Smegma Unlimited, which I believe is Jared Jones's new thing. I saw that for about 1 nanosecond, then it was gone. Doopy, you're just getting over your hangover? No, I was generally okay. I kind of took a break from the internet afterwards. It wasn't anything to do with like the copious amount of drinking or anything like that. But I came back to a bunch of messages being like, so where's the VOD? And I was like, it's up, like obviously, like because it should be. And then I went and checked, and it was not up. And I was like, oh, okay. I didn't hit to make that public again. Ever heard of Linkara? Yes, I have heard of Linkara, the guy. Kickrock710, thank you very much for super chat, dude. Mucho apreciados. But yes, I have heard of Linkara. Haven't followed him in a very, very long time. I hear about him every once in a while, but no, that's the long and short of it. I heard he didn't like Medicare's wee video / docu thing on him, and I think he popped up in June the King's recent thing on that guy with the glasses, Channel Awesome retrospective thing that he did. I think he popped up ranting about something in particular. I think he was upset about someone joking about him being the light bringer because of his old comic. So I can't remember it exactly. I watched that when it first came out, which is really good, by the way. If you guys haven't seen June the King's Channel Awesome, retrospective documentary thing, 100% I'd recommend go watch it. Sorry, I'm in a type, but no problem. When we're getting pissed next, I have no idea. That was like a special event, so we were doing the drinking game along with watching his best of the worst thing, which didn't really, I don't know, but I don't think we hit most of them. We didn't hit a lot of the shot category. I remember being very disappointed we didn't get many of the shot things, so I'm sorry guys, it was just ruined for everyone. I was just thinking beauty finally awake, sad dog. Yes, I took a wee break from the internet, so I haven't followed anything, at all. Because I remember when I came back, I was like, okay, what am I going to talk about tonight? Fuck, I haven't really thought of anything. I haven't got anything prepared. I was like, oh, I wonder if Boogie's actually done anything. Because I've not followed Boogie at all. I haven't followed him, at all. Hello, JC, mate. So I haven't followed him at all. I was like, I wonder if he's done anything. I went, and when I first checked this, he hadn't posted anything recently, and it had been 6 days, and I was like, okay, well, he must be taking a wee break in the new year as well. And then minutes ago, he posted Francis Rages about most anticipated games in 2023. He finally took my advice. I'm glad I could help, Boogie. Yeah, so he finally made a Francis video. It's over 8 minutes long, so you can get that wee mid-roll in. Hello, Rinse Jester as well. How are you, my dude? So yes, I think Rinse, you'd said something earlier on, I think, but it doesn't appear anymore for some reason when I check back in my live chat. I don't know. Maybe it's if you post over a certain amount of time ago, it stops working, and the old message disappear. But hello there as well to yourself. I only monitor Boogie's channel now, just get an idea of what your next video stream will be about. Yeah, I think a lot of people like that. A lot of people just don't think follow him whatsoever. I don't know. I already said I am so bored of them. I said live for the last. Yes, friends. Yeah, that was fun. I went back because when I listed the video, when I made it public again, I went and had a look at the end of it because I was I wonder how bad I was. And then we're watching. Fuck, what was it? This video, the Fortnite suit for being too addictive. I do not remember that at all. I don't remember that video at all. I remember us talking about the Twitter thing. And what else did we talk about that stream? We did his year review thing, and we did the Kiev. I remember those ones. I didn't remember we did the Fortnite one at all. So I think I was probably at the time when I was over the hill. So I don't remember that at all. If he doesn't lose weight, I won't care about his channel ever. Yeah, I think a lot of people like that. I think a lot of people, despite Boogie thinking everyone absolutely hates him, I think Boogie probably would win a lot of favor if he did just lose the weight. I saw there was like some drama about like people said that he looked like he'd gained weight, and then he got upset about people saying that and was just like, oh, actually, it's a camera angles, guys, or some silly stuff like that, which is, if he does that deliberately, which he claims to do, and he says he's done on his TikToks and stuff like that, then I don't know why you get like annoyed about it, why you get upset about people like memeing on it, because it's something that you apparently intend to do to make yourself look fatter. So then why are you annoyed when people say you look fatter when you do it? Like, the logic doesn't really line up there for me. Hello, Denthead, and hello, Daniel. Yes, Jim, I actually haven't watched the Medicare final stream yet. The end of an era, Mr. Medicare has retired from YouTube. I haven't actually watched that yet. I saw like, mentioned on Twitter. I saw some people like mention it and post up a few little clips from it of him saying his goodbye. So I haven't actually seen the full thing. I'm going to sit down and watch it at some point. But yes, sad times. Daddy Jimbo is gone. He was never my daddy, though. We all know Boogie is my daddy, you know. He actually tried to watch, but he doesn't then lies like a 5-year-old. Yeah, Mama D, you're 100% right. That's the thing. With me, because I think I've been fairly consistent. At least try to be fairly consistent with the whole thing. That I don't really care about his weight. Like, I don't care. If Boogie came out tomorrow and said he's 500 pounds, I'd be like, alright, he's 500 pounds now. Whatever. My biggest issue is him lying about his weight. You know, I just find that weird. You know, it's just like, just why? Like, who'll groom me now? JC Dora, I'll gladly step in and I will groom you instead, okay? I'm going to set up my own, we'll be the Spud Squad, okay? We'll be the Spud Squad. You ever, Daddy Hurts Me to Whet the Appetite? I watch a Daddy Hurt. Does he have like a single song called Daddy Hurts Me? I don't know if he has like a single, because if you type in Daddy Hurts Me, you just get my rambling over his divorce stream as like the main one. It is weird when you type in Daddy Hurts Me, and just ignore the fact that I like screamed the first bit of it. It's a bit weird when you search up Daddy Hurts Me, and for some reason, I was going to be really stupid there and say Daddy. It's weird that you type in Daddy Hurts Me and Boogie pops up, and then I realized that, you know, it's just Audie. Let's
fucking go, guys.
And it just showed Boogie stuff, and I realized I typed Boogie in at the end of it because I'm dumb as hell.
Hurts me.
There you go. What a start.
Daddy hurts me.
He hurts me.
What? Daddy hurts me.
We're layering me.
No, he always does these jokes.
We're layering me.
Daddy hurts me.
I mean, there we go. We've layered me commentating on Boogie. There you go. We've just got proper meta there. Spud Squad, step up. Search Daddy Hurts Me too much, you may end up on a watch list. That's a good point, Doopy. I'm sure I'm already on a watch list. I'm sure they've already been like, why does this guy keep fucking searching Boogie 298 so much? Why does he keep searching Boogie? Does he just like fat? Does he like fat men? He must like fat men. Hello, Unlimited Gamer Works. How are you, my dude? Daddy Hurts Me plus vloggers are really going to mess up our vloggers are really going to... Yeah, probably. Yeah, because like... Oh, like especially like my main account, it's pretty much all is just like vlog channels like Amberlyn Reed, Foodie Beauty, and stuff like that. Like, oh, watch other stuff as well. Did I enjoy time with my girlfriend? I did enjoy time with my girlfriend. That's why I took a wee break, because we just sat down. We mainly were trying to watch back through all of Breaking Bad again, because I hadn't seen Breaking Bad since it first aired, and I haven't long finished Better Call Saul. So I decided to sit down. I was like, I wonder what if Breaking Bad holds up or not. Just watched the movie, now chilling. Very good to hear Unlimited. What movie were you watching, my dude? So I don't know, maybe I've seen it. But yeah, I've been watching Breaking Bad again, and it is both better and worse than I remembered it being. It's kind of weird. It is kind of weird because it's like always in my head pictured that the start, Better Call Saul is really good on Unlimited. You should definitely watch it. But I always remembered at the start Breaking Bad was worse, and then later on it got better. But it is not allowed in here, Fry. It is not allowed in here, my dude. What was I saying? I have no idea. Oh yes, but it's actually kind of the opposite way around for me. I actually really enjoyed the start of Breaking Bad a lot more, and it was actually once it got to like midway through season 4 that I'm not actually enjoying anymore. I haven't finished it yet, but just at the start of season 5, and I really am not overly enjoying it anymore. I feel like I'm just like, okay, can we finish? Can we finish? Okay, this is about the 7th time that Jesse and Walter have fallen out again over something, and Jesse's acting all depressed. Okay, I get it, guys. Can we maybe just, can we maybe just like get to the end? Because the show's really good, but then when you just look at it and go like, how many times does a character just do something to cause drama? Best season 1 to 3, yeah, that's kind of, because I always remembered hating the arc with like Jesse's girlfriend and the whole like plane crash thing. Probably not a major spoiler. I think everyone knows about the plane crash thing. But I always remembered that being like, oh god, I hated that whole arc. It was so bad. And I watched it this time. I was like, actually, you know what? It was actually solid. I kind of enjoyed that. We had to cook again and again and again. Yeah, 100%. It's like, I have $72 billion, but we need to cook again. I have not seen El Camino. That's actually what we're kind of building up towards. I just never have seen it because I didn't really care a huge amount about Jesse as a character. But rewatching it, I'm actually kind of liking Jesse more. But then, of course, he'll just randomly like have a meltdown again and get depressed, and then have a scene of him just giving away all of his money because he's sad about having money, so he just gives it away. Which I think happens about 4 different times throughout the entire show, and you're just like, bro. So yeah, I'm gonna watch El Camino finally after I finish this watch through, which should happen probably within the next couple of days. We don't have a huge amount left to do. Pizza on the Roof. It's one of my favorite pizza places just down the street. Is what? do you live in the same place, or is that what it's called? It's called Pizza on the Roof. Do you heard about? How could you forget Daddy Hurts Me? It was a #1 selling platinum album on the internet. Netflix still has El Camino. I believe it does. Yes. Walter's wife was a class aspect. See, I actually thought, I remember hating Skylar. El Camino's not about cars. Do you know what? Surprisingly, Gran Torino was also not about cars, and I was very disappointed in that. But I really disliked Skylar the first time I watched it. I actually don't really mind her this time I'm watching her. I'm like, actually, do you know what? She's actually a well enough rounded character. I understand her opinions and all. It's like, I really didn't like Marie, Hank's wife, the first time I watched it, and actually, I kind of dug her actually this time. So, I don't know. My opinion of the show has changed in some ways and not changed in other ways. And sometimes the changes are for good, and sometimes they're for the worse. He becomes so annoying at the end anyway, and it became the morality place and hated Walter for the things he also did. Yeah. Let's be fair. I think Jesse was very back and forth throughout the entire show, with like at some points being like super cool about it, and like kind of gloating about it, and then being super opposed to it, and it kind of flip-flop back and forth every other scene, and it did get a wee bit like time consuming. You're like, okay, bro, can we just get the up? Can we done? I think she's too preachy towards the end. Towards the end, I understood her attitude more. She goes criminal post season 3. Yes. I think where I'm at in season 5, I understand her attitude more than I understand a lot of the other characters' attitudes. How many times can one man do the same thing for drama? Yes, exactly that. It is just... Oh yeah, that's true actually. Well, didn't Boogie do like a Breaking Boogie thing? Didn't he do like a whole scenario where he like shaves it down to a goatee and he's trying to pretend to be Walter White because it was him like accepting the being of the bad guy of the internet because a couple people laughed at him? Because for some reason, Boogie did a Monkey Jones, and because he got memed on, he was like, everyone hates me. I am the knight. And he's like, did his Batman arc near enough where he just thinks he's like the most hated man on the internet, even though it's like a couple of people, like, no, who cared? Who cared about Boogie? Boogie called his ex-wife on stream. He did indeed, Fry's guy. Fry Slaughter, yes, he did. Hello, Heat as well. Yes, I covered that in the divorce stream. It was 5-minute crafts worth of drugs. 5-minute crafts with the drugs. I do not understand what you mean there. I'm sorry, sad dog. So I wasn't 100% sure what we're talking about. He's called himself the Scarface of YouTube. I'm surprised he has not. I'm surprised he has not at some point called himself the Scarface of YouTube. He's called himself something ridiculous, where he is like, I am the villain of YouTube and everyone hates me. I am not fat, man. Okay, so what are we gonna talk about first here? I think we're gonna jump in because I'm kind of curious on Jared Genesis. I know bits and pieces about Jared, so I was thinking we could maybe watch the Jared Genesis him talking about him and Boogie being the Grinches that shield on Christmas. Is this loud? Might be loud. Turn down a wee bit.
How's it going, guys?
I haven't watched him in a little while. He has more crap on his walls, and he also has a slowly growing assortment of what looks to be skateboards with no skates on them. So they're technically just boards. I don't think he skateboards. Prove me wrong. I do not believe he actually skateboards. I think he is a guy in his like early to mid 30s, isn't he? Or like late 30s maybe at this point, who is just like secretly like a 15-year-old boy at heart. So he just slowly builds up his collection of like skateboards and shit like that. We should have made a Breaking Bad party and call himself Walter White. Oh, and him cooking food. That would have been great. Hello, Minkley's13, how are you? That would have been great. You know, that would have been so good. See, if he was somewhat creative, he could have done something like that and done at least lent into it a wee bit and had a little bit of fun, you know? Like, just lean into it, have fun. Don't take yourself so seriously, you know? Like, the whole, like, I'm the villain of YouTube really comes across as, like a 15-year-old boy. You know, the whole, like, I've got two sides to me. Oh, where is it? Can I find it here quickly? Two sides. Sorry, I'm trying to find this meme. It was really funny. Well, I do not want to continue without ad block. I'm sorry. I just don't. This isn't even there. Is this it? Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. So it's this meme here where it's like, I have two personalities, nicest person you will ever meet, and twisted fucking psychopath. And it's always one that always really like summed up Boogie so well to me. But my favorite joke of it was like the misspell. There are two sides. I mean, the nice guy and the twisted fucking psychopath, which I always love because I think a lot of people made it with like you know, the whole I could be your angle or your demon thing. Hey Lisa, hey Ito as well. Hello Hillary Clinton. Francis, you gosh darn right. Gotta keep it advertiser friendly so you don't get demonetized. Link to sexy shirtless Hylian. Walter White is correct. It is it's so good. Psychopath. It is so it's an old ass meme, but it's funny as all fuck. Sorry, we'll get back to Charity. I got totally distracted there.
It's your boy J Juggernaut here. Genesis Juggernaut, whatever.
Why would you start the video and immediately be like, "Oh, my lighting's bad. I'm gonna fix my lighting"? How about you just like go back and just start the video again? Like, you've only been recording for like, I don't know, 10 seconds. Yeah, you've been recording for 10 seconds. Just start again. You know?
Oh fuck! I haven't said that in a while.
That really fixed. But, that really fixed it.
Apparently, it's still pop.
You can see your like stickers and top trumps a wee bit better, and your Nintendo Power magazine. What else we got here? He loves peace signs. Because he does like to portray himself as like a guru, but he's like one of the fucking awfulest people I've ever experienced. Is he wearing a pillowcase? No, he's wearing a muscle tee, but with like the longest upper bits you've ever experienced. Because he thinks he's like a ripped bad boy. I'm genuinely surprised though that he's wearing a top. He's very Boogie in that way. A lot of times he just sits there and just like has, you know, tits out for the lads. Can Boogie lose 1 pound in 2022? I think you mean 2023, or did he lose it in 2022? Because in 2022, I don't believe so. I don't believe he actually did. We have no idea what Boogie's end weight is because he like updated, then he stopped updating, then he kind of started clearly looking fatter, then he said he wasn't actually, but then he said he lost a lot of weight because he got off the testosterone, but then like everyone points out that testosterone, if you go off it, you should start gaining weight. I mean, so I have no idea. Anymore.
We are to talk shit about people on YouTube.
He sounds like he just woke up from a night of drinking. He sounds like me in the last 2 minutes of my drinking stream.
I got 1,000 views in 2 days, brah. Suck it, haters.
Suck it, haters.
Just from my stupid ass talking about James Ralph. So
Yeah, suck it, haters. This guy's talking about the angry video game nerd. I think he got upset that the angry video game nerd wasn't. I think he didn't do a good Christmas special or something like that, and that was incredibly upsetting for him. No problem, Mr. Yagami. I hope you enjoy your FIFA game. Suck it, nerds. Boogie's Twitch stream a couple days ago, he said he's 388 points. I have not actually watched his recent Twitch streams, his last, I don't know, 2 or 3 now. I was watching through one of them, because a guy pointed out to me, I think it was at Space Ace on Kiwi Farms, he pointed out to me, I think I might as well actually play it before we get into our Lord Jar Genesis, discussing it. So drinking in 2023, of course I'll be drinking in 2023, I cannot wait to be drinking in 2023, but yeah, Boogie did this, okay? So he talked about, he was randomly talking about movies, and then he did one of those things where he's like, yeah, guys, I'm going to get cancelled here, I don't know if should I even say this, I don't know if I get cancelled, so I was like, we're going to watch that, we're going to watch this together. This is him talking about his opinion on modern movies.
Walmart.com.
Madam, let's chat.
Why are you showing this, Boogie? Why are you showing this? This is going to get me copyright struck again. I don't care about Babylon.
Mythic gossip columnist at the time. She is credited for making and breaking people's careers.
Yes, she is.
Thought this town
I started my clip too early, if I'm being honest with you.
because it's bigger than you.
Cool.
Eleanor St. John is model.
What an express. Imagine, this is, okay, I don't really watch, I know a lot of people probably paint me as a reaction channel, and I might be a reaction channel. Hello, Jaggy Babs, how are you? Babylon was trash. I had no interest in Babylon whatsoever, did not look like my type of movie. I don't even know if it's out here yet. You know, we're generally pretty slow at getting movies, so I don't even know if Babylon is out yet. Take care, I'm going to get cancelled. Yeah, Jaws is a movie. Jaws is a documentary. Hillary Clinton, #cancelled. Okay, get yourself sorted. Is Glass Onion good? I've heard it's good. I never watched the original Glass Onion. Sorry, I never watched the original Knives Out. So when Glass Onion came out, I've yet to watch it. I have a back catalogue of movies I'm still working through. I watched Dracula 2000 the other day, which was probably one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Not even funny bad, it was genuinely boring as fuck bad.
On a variety of writers of the.
But this is why I don't like reaction channels. So many, it's like when I watched like Sunny V2's video came out, and I watched a couple of people talking about just reacting to it and talking about it, just to see what the general response was to include in my video. This is expression 90% of reaction channels have for 90% of what they're talking about. It's why people keep saying like, oh, what do you think? Dracula 2000 is Kino? Dracula 2000 is not Kino. Dracula 2000 is so incredibly fucking boring. If I was like 15, I probably would have really enjoyed it. Dracula 3000 is even more help. Well, mate, wait till Dracula 4000 is going to blow your fucking mind, okay? Keanu Reeves wasn't Dracula 2000. Dracula 2000 was, fucking, what was his name? Gerard Butler as Dracula. It was Gerard Butler as Dracula. I like the cheesiness of Dracula 2000. I hated it. I hated it so much. It was so boring. I hated how the characters all acted. Already bought tickets for 4,000. Well, I've pre-ordered 5,000 fillery, okay? Like, you can't top me on this. I'm too much of a super fan for it now. I couldn't. Gerard Butler I usually like, because I watched the sequel to the 300 Rise of Empires. I watched it recently and it made me think of Gerard Butler, and then I saw that it had Gerard Butler and I was like, oh, I'll watch that. It did not work out well. Have I watched Avatar: Way of Water? I did, and I made a video review of it, which you should definitely go and watch. It is definitely not entirely mid-tier content. You put the Criterion Collection 2000, that's depressing. That is depressing. Big Boss, don't worry, you don't need to watch the first 1,999 of them. You can just, Dracula 2000 is a good jumping on point for the franchise. But this is why, like, every time I was watching people doing like reaction to Boogie content, it's why people say like, oh, you should do a face reveal. Why don't you have your face in your videos? Do you want to see just like someone sitting there looking like kind of okay? A lot of time, you know, like, first rule, thank you very much for Super Chat. Happy New Year, have a drink on me. Well, I'm not drinking tonight because we all saw what happened last time. But thank you very much, my dude. Mucho appreciado for the Super Chat. Gerard Butler's great in Law Abiding Citizen, underrated. I actually really like Law Abiding Citizen. He did a weird accent in that though, didn't he? I think he did a weird accent. Gerard was great in Greenland. Is that the End of the World blowy uppy one? Because he also in, fuck, what's it called? It's a one where it's like Geostorm. Did he also do Geostorm? Which I thought was Greenland because they look like exactly the same movie. I watched Geostorm and it was alright. Like it was bad, but it was alright, you know. But yeah, but my point that I keep moving away from. This is how everyone sits in reaction videos. I was getting ready recently to do because I really want to do my review finally of what's it called? Welcome to Raccoon City, Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City. I have so many clips and videos and stuff like that, all that malarkey, you know? I've got so much stuff for it. And I was like, because I really like long run things like Mauler, like Your Movie Sucks. I've been watching a bunch of them recently as opposed to like, you know, Lol Cow stuff because I just haven't been interested. So I've been watching a lot of their stuff, and I was watching through like people doing reactions to like their Welcome to Raccoon City trailer. And it's just people sitting there with like this expression like 90% of the time or overacting. I wonder if I have it anywhere. Oh, Christ. I wonder if I have it anywhere. One sec. Oh, do I have it? I must have already put it on. One sec. Sorry. I'm going to see if I can quickly pull up this guy. I'm going to see if I can quickly pull up this guy because it made me laugh. It made me laugh. I'm going through like my vast amount of just bullshit that I have stored up here. It's this guy like, totally soying out. I'll play this here quickly. 1 second.
I got mine for you.
That is lied. Bro, you're lied, bro. You're not going to work for me? Why aren't you going to work for me correctly? 1 second. Sorry. For some reason, it is frozen on Boogie's beautiful face here. I'm going to close you down and open you up again. See how that helps. That is not what I wanted whatsoever. Am I dumb? I am dumb. God, sorry guys, I'm really dumb. So,
Video for today.
there's a guy called Gore the Movie God. I was watching through a couple of reactions and I saw this guy because he at least seemed to be somewhat animated during the whole thing. So I thought, why not? It's not the crying Star Wars guy. Is it? He's not. No, it's not the story. He doesn't have a giant mole. But I was decided to watch through this guy doing his reaction of it, and because he seemed at least somewhat active.
It's Jerry.
It's Jerry! Who the fuck is Jerry? That's William Burke.
I didn't realize that was supposed to be Irons.
Why are you back here? This whole town's been poisoned. Lock the gates.
It's Jerry.
Oh,
I didn't realize that was
Sherry.
supposed to be Irons.
Ugh.
Why are you back here? This whole town's been poisoned.
So this is like most.
Jerry's in it.
This is most react. Well, of course he's in it. It's a remake of Resident Evil 2. Why wouldn't Sherry be in it? And by the way, Sherry is not in the movie. She's like in like 1.5 scenes. It is terrible. But he soys out at one point, and I laughed. Soy face at the beginning. He soys out more than that. Where is it?
We don't contain this.
Where is
We
it?
threaten the whole world. Shall we go?
So he's not an antagonist.
So he's not an antagonist. Why would you not think he's an antagonist from that? So I was just watching people do reactions. And soys out here in a second.
Maybe he still is, huh?
I'm just trying to pause so I don't get copyright strikes and stuff like that on the whole thing. Yeah. What? Who? Let's say, this is a reaction. This is a guy who gets reactions to watch stuff, and he's like, huh? And he just mildly nods his head, and you're like, okay. I don't think a face cam really adds anything apart from when they're being like embarrassing, you know? Nod. Yep. Nod. Okay. Nod. Stare.
This is my life's work. I'm not
Ooh.
giving it to anybody.
Oh, is that Cherry?
Stare.
And I guess was that supposed to be a net? That doesn't make, why would she be like that? Whatever.
I'm just gonna say, bro, you didn't say that when fucking Leon popped up, okay? You didn't say that when Leon popped up, so when you see a net, you can't be like, oh, she doesn't look like a net. It's like, well, he doesn't look like Leon either. For some reason, you skipped that. Come on, soy out. Where's the soy bit?
Vickers, this is Cheap Irons. Pick up your damn
Vickers. Oh no, Brad, no.
Why wouldn't Vickers be in it? Okay, hurry up, get to it. Soy out.
Whoa, that shot. That was good.
Here.
Hunk! Hunk's in it!
That reaction. I love that reaction. He's just soys out so hard for Hunk.
Whoa, that shot. That was good.
Oh my god, guys! Hunk's in it! It's so fucking cringe. Oh, bro. Look, this is why I just like reaction channels with a show on their face and stuff like that. They are either like boring and they're just staring at it, or they're soying out over nothing. Nothing. That one shot you see of Hunk, by the way, is never confirmed to be Hunk. It's literally just a guy in a gas mask, which I know is pretty much 80% of Hunk's character. Like, but he's just like, bro, it's like 1 second shot. You can calm your fucking tits. Sorry, so that's all I wanted to show from that. Is I just enjoyed that soy jack face. We'll get back to the Boogie video, and hopefully I'll just jump straight to it, where he actually talks about something I kind of just mentioned there, just a little bit there. So we'll get back to
A big guy, but if you're a big guy, so you probably need
You're a big guy. Okay, is this it?
Can I be honest with you?
Here we go.
Can I just say some shit today that might get me in trouble because I like to do it?
There you go. He's gonna get cancelled, guys.
Can I say some stuff that might get me in trouble?
Guys, he's about to get cancelled. Okay, he's about to get cancelled. Sorry, guys. I know we all love Boogie here, but Boogie is about to get cancelled. Okay.
I don't give a fuck about the agenda anymore.
What?
There used to be a time where I'd watch a TV show.
Uh-huh.
And I'd be like, cool, there's some queer characters on here. Oh, cool, there's some colored characters on here. There's some diverse people on here. Oh, look, there's a fat guy. Oh, now there's a crippled person. Whatever it is. Yo, Boogie!
Okay, I don't care. So yes, he's going against the agenda, guys. This is gonna be the thing that gets him cancelled. Like I said, I had to be notified about this because, like I said, I barely watch his streams anymore because I'm really bored. Is Boogie racist now? I think that's probably how people would immediately paint this, but I don't. I think Boogie is just kind of. I don't think it's racially insensitive or something like that. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Fry. Jesus, fuck. I'm sorry to hear that. I am so confused, but I can't come entirely out of nowhere. Okay, Jesus. Yes, that threw me for a loop there. Okay, I just suddenly saw that pop up, and that took me fucking sideways. But yeah, so he comes out with this. It's him being anti-agenda or anything now, which I think this is the type of thing where he clipped out of context. He does go on to say more stuff about the whole thing. I just think it's so. I don't know. It's just one of those. Well, I was so excited when I saw a queer character, when I saw a fat character. It's like, well, there's always been fat characters. In media, there's always been fat characters. There might not always been a good portrayal of fat characters or something like that. But, there's always been fat characters, so it's not something special. I don't know, the word cripple is kind of weird, because, over here, that's considered, super offensive. I think in America, that is, totally acceptable to say. I don't know. But, over here, it's from what I know, cripple is offensive.
I'm a big fan. Hope you kick some ass Christmas. Have a kick-ass Christmas. Thank you, Stoic Steve. I appreciate you.
Hello, Stoic Steve.
I used to
I had to listen to the old It Isn't Real for last week. I'm so sorry to hear that. No, a lot of my things are just automatically go private afterwards, I think. And I have not been online for about 4 or 5 days now. So I came on and I was like, okay, Jesus. What about the vegetable? Is that offensive? I actually have no idea. I honestly don't keep up with a lot of things. So yes.
Be happy about it. Now it's in every fucking show. It's every movie. And sometimes I would like to not think about disenfranchised people. Sometimes I just want to watch a movie. And if the movie, okay, Black Adam has Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in it, and some people of color, right? I didn't have a problem with that film. That was well done, right? But sometimes they shove this shit in, and it just feels out of place, and it's clear it's about the agenda, and I'm just kind of bored with it.
Hey, Sidang. Base Boogie 1488, big boss. Yeah. See, I think people probably clip him out of context for this a lot. The biggest problem with me is this is Boogie trying to be fence-sitting on it. Instead of just being I just want a good movie, because that's always been my issue when I talk about quote-unquote wokeness, is I couldn't pretend to give a shit if there's a black character or a gay character. None of that stuff bothers me. It's alright, whatever, I don't care. It's when you try and be woke and it goes against the story, or the story is clearly weakened just because you hired someone who wants to talk about woke stuff, kind of like the Blood Origins, the Witcher Blood Origins I've heard everyone talking about. I haven't seen it because I have no interest in it, because I've just looked at it and I was like, wow, that just looks like absolute dog shit. But it's when people point out, it's oh god, it's ruined by the wokeness. That's kind of what people talk about, I think, a lot of time when they talk about woke. But Boogie's description is, I don't want this. I don't want it in every movie because it makes me sad to think about disenfranchised people. So Boogie can't see a gay person without being oh, well, gay people suffer in real life, so I can't enjoy this movie anymore. It's what are you talking about? That seems like a weird reason to be like, I'm suddenly anti-agenda. I don't like this anymore because I feel such empathy for gay people that I can't see gay people in movies because it makes me sad. What? That doesn't make any sense. Just be like, okay, like I get it. I think it's good. I'd rather be put in naturally or something like that, where it doesn't feel like so forced. Something like that, that's a fine take, you know? But being like, I don't want to see it because it makes me, like, because I feel bad for disenfranchised people. So seeing a gay person in a movie upsets him. It's bizarre. It's weird. Hello, Machete Duck. And hello, hum along who can't sing along.
I don't dislike.
Crippled is not a word used here. Much disabled is what most people. I myself disabled. Someone uses cripples. Oh, girl. Okay. So crippled is offensive in America too. Okay. The thing I wasn't sure. I just know over here is not really considered a good thing to say. He does not care about films, games, movies, any hobby. All he has is food and online porn. Yeah. It was before this when he was watching the Babylon trailer. It's because he hadn't even heard what Babylon was, because he's just going through Rotten Tomatoes and being like, I don't actually know. Where do you see what's in cinemas? What's even in cinemas right now, guys? I haven't seen what's in cinemas. I don't really care about any of these movies. I don't know what's in because it's like, bro, you just haven't, like, it's not hard to see what's in cinemas right now. There's not a lot, to be fair, because right now it's like, I don't think anyone wanted to compete with Avatar 2, so there's really not a lot going on in cinema right now, you know? I don't like wokeness. I like Astolfo. Someone's going to quote me as saying this. I don't like wokeness. I like Astolfo, gender-bent Arthur, Luke Skywalker, and McCready. So long as the character's fun, who cares what they... Pretty much that's my opinion, Unlimited. Admittedly, I think you know I've never watched like Unlimited Blade Works. I don't know Astolfo. Could be a fun character. Gender-bent Arthur, I'm assuming you mean Saber. Luke Skywalker, is he woke? Would he be considered woke? I don't know. McCready, if you're talking about McCready from The Thing, I agree with you there. He's a cool guy. I like that. I don't like being woke. I like being asleep. Good work, Fillery. Good work. Puss in Boots of Harnakino. The new one, I like the animation style. Of the new one. I'm actually looking forward to it. His opinions and consistency is joy of the movie Violent Night is. Yeah, that is bizarre. That he just seemed to hate it. Arturia is Arthur? Okay. Who's... Mortin, or something like that. The tomboy looking one, I know that one. I've seen that one exists. You know me, I'm not really into Fate, so I know characters exist, but that's about the extent of it. It's one of those things where when Prey came out, back when Prey came out ages ago, I hated Prey. I thought it was terrible. Really, not enjoyable whatsoever. Really didn't enjoy it. It's one of the ones where I point at the main character and go, okay, well, she's a Mary Sue. She is very woke. And I know a lot of people liked it because it was, you know, better than The Predator, I guess. You know, it's not a high bar we're set here. So at that time I thought, maybe I'll go back and I'll do like a comparison piece, because everyone on Twitter was doing the standard thing. I was like, well, if Alien came out today, everyone would say Ripley was a Mary Sue. And like, people were quoting a scene entirely out of context, like a single line from a scene. It was a scene where Hicks is teaching Ripley how to use the pulse rifle, and she says something like, I can take care of myself, and they're like, oh, see, she's a badass female, you guys wouldn't like her. And then I went back and I watched Aliens 1 and 2, and I started watching 3, but I never finished it again. And it's like, Ripley is an amazing character. Ripley is a genuinely great character, and I do not believe if she came out now, people would say she's a Mary Sue. People talk in their respect. 100% Fillery. I was genuinely disappointed, because I had heard, okay, it's a movie filmed in Cherokee, or I don't know, whatever the Native American language, specifically one that they were talking. So I was really excited. I was like, that actually sounds cool. I am totally up for that. And then I watched, and it was a bunch of like people speaking English awkwardly and occasionally just saying a Cherokee word. They'd just be halfway through a sentence, and then they would just say a Cherokee word. It's like weebs who are like, oh my god, mate, that's so #kawaii. Watashi loves this, you know? It's like that level of cringe to me, you know? Yeah, the French spoke French. The French spoke French. It was just so weird. But then there was a Cherokee option, so I was like, I'm going to rewatch it in Cherokee and see if that helps. And maybe because not a lot of people speak Cherokee anymore, but like, I survived New Year's. Thomas, I did survive New Year's. I'm back and I'm stronger than ever. But it's like, when you go to the Cherokee option, it is like the worst, genuinely the worst voice acting I've ever heard. Because there probably wasn't a lot of people who spoke Cherokee. Ski daisuki oni-chan. Ooey. There you go, Big Boss. That's just for you. So like, it was like people who were like probably in their 40s or 50s voicing this like 20-year-old girl. And the lip flaps didn't match up at all. It was poorly overdubbed, and it was terrible. And it felt like it was a box tick by them. They've just said, we want to, like I say, oh, look how woke we are, guys. We filmed this in Cherokee. It's like, no, you didn't film in Cherokee. You filmed it in English with the odd Cherokee word, kind of like Avatar, where they change it to English like 10 minutes into the movie, where they no longer speak Na'vi, and occasionally they'll just say a Na'vi word in the middle of an English sentence to be like, remember guys, they're Na'vi. Remember, by the way, they're Na'vi guys. So yeah, just occasionally they say ooh, woo, bah, just randomly in the middle of a sentence. You're like, oh, okay, cool, I guess. Kind of a dead language. Yeah, I thought so. I didn't think it'd be a huge number of people who'd talk it. Fuck, I'm still doing it. Who'd say it. So it's just, it came across as dumb. They called me a man. Ooh, woo. It was boring and Safe Predator that you as a marketing point. Yeah, it felt like much more as a marketing point than it was actually like a love for creating film. I would be so much more interested if the whole film was done in Cherokee. But then it wouldn't be mass market. And that's what they're worried about. If they did the whole thing in Cherokee, people like me would have watched it and probably enjoyed it more. But it's not mass market. And even the woke brigade wouldn't have watched it. Because they don't... their acceptance of a movie goes so far until there's actual effort put into it. Chris Chalmers part Cherokee, that is very true. We should have got her, to voice the main female character. That'd be amazing. Next Predator film in Cornwall, bring back Cornish. That'd be amazing. We should do that. And then where else can we go? Like for a very minor language. I don't know. I'm trying to think here. Flemish. We get Flemish back or something like that. Hit on the lip sync is not probably synced. Yeah, I don't want to go full weeb here, but that's why anime I can't watch English dubs anymore. I just can't. They're just so awkward. I just listen to the original Japanese subs and read subtitles. Said it in Kerry, no one would understand it. Even people who spoke Irish wouldn't understand it. No, sure, she'd feel that product, and the controlled arrow was so dumb. It wasn't a controlled arrow. It was a tomahawk that she tied a rope around and was just using it like a dart, like a rope dart, which doesn't work for an axe, and it was so awkward. And it was like, people were like, oh, it was really cool the way you saw her grow over time. She's not a Mary Sue. She started not very good. It's like, no, she started incredible. Just because she missed one throw at one point does not mean she improved by then getting 100% accuracy when her accuracy was 99.5 before that. That's insane, Sorry, we shall get on to this. Wasn't she using a scorpion from Mortal Kombat? It wasn't a dart or anything like that. She was using an actual like axe. She just tied a vine around and was throwing it around, which that doesn't really work because of the rotation of the axe. Having a vine tied to it would stop the rotation at some point, or it get tangled up. It was dumb. It was really dumb. I really hated it. But it's just people claiming it's like, oh well, if Ripley came out nowadays, everyone would hate Ripley and say she was a Mary Sue. And it's like, I think you grossly underestimate Ripley as a character if you think her and whatever the main girl is called in Prey, if you think they're any way alike.
It won't make me stop watching. I'll still watch Miss Marvel. I'll still watch Captain Marvel. I'll still watch fucking Winter Soldier and Captain America. I'll still watch these things. But I
think he was trying to be really woke there, because it's called like Falcon and the Winter Soldier. But I think he knows, because there's this whole thing online where people got upset. People got upset with because people saying not my Captain America, because they don't want to call Falcon Captain America, which is like an argument which has been boiled down to its like stupidest points. But like a lot of people said, pretty much just don't like the rebranding. They consider it woke. I don't consider it woke. I just I don't care. It's like, he's Captain America. It's like, why you don't, you could just call him Falcon still. I get in the comics he became Captain America. Like, I don't care that he's black. I literally don't care. It doesn't make any difference to me. But the problem is, when you have a character who's so popular, like Chris Evans is Captain America, when you go like, well, this guy's not Captain America, a lot of people are going to be like, oh, whoa. It's like Spider-Man. There are still debates to this day about who is the real Spider-Man. Out of the three renditions that we've seen, So I think he was trying to be woke there, because he says like, I'll watch Winter Soldier and Captain America. I think he was quoting the Falcon and Winter Soldier show, but he wanted to say Captain America because he didn't want to be called like out for not calling the new Captain America. I thought that was so funny. Kevin from Home Alone versus a Predator. Well, if it was Prey's version of the Predator, then I think Kevin from Home Alone probably would win that one. Why should Falcon give up his wings? That's the thing. He was cool. He was cool as he was. A lot of the characters are cool and just made less cool, but that's Disney and Marvel have ruined half their own characters, to be fair. Like, Falcon's not unique in that aspect. Tobey, I don't know. I don't know if Tobey's the best Spider-Man. I think he's the funniest Spider-Man. Like, I enjoy watching his movies the most. Like, I've never been tempted to go back and watch an Andrew Garfield Spider-Man or a Tom Holland Spider-Man. But I've gone back and watched Tobey Maguire's because they're just funny. White man trying to keep the black man out of the skies. Exactly that. That's the thing. We just want to grind him. We want to take away his cool uniqueness and make him dress up like the white man. That's 100% what we're doing.
Longer excited.
Tobey has the best movies for sure. I don't know if I agree with that. I just think they're the funniest movies.
Excited about it. I'm no longer happy about it. And I used to be that guy. I was like, oh yeah, there's going to be a black person in this film, and that's cool. Now there's going to be a gay, lesbian, trans twink. Hooray! Now there's going to be a crippled vampire Nosferatu. Yeah! Like, I used to be excited.
Like, I don't know, I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. But, like, I don't go into movies being like, oh my god, yes, there is this race in that movie. Because isn't there, like, a black guy in, like, pretty much every movie that's, like, more or less ever been made? Like, it's not like, oh my god, there's a black person in this movie. It's like, yeah, that's kind of the standard. It's not like, that's not, for the past 20 years, that's not unique, Like 1979 Alien, there's a black guy in it, The final survivors on Nostromo was a black guy and two women, Those are the last three survivors if you don't include Jonesy the cat, which I think is, I don't know if you can count Jonesy as a straight white man, who knows? If you call a trans person a twink, it's seen as bad thing to do. It wouldn't surprise me, Lolo. He just says words that he thinks sound funny together, which is why a lot of people say he's not overly woke himself, because he does just say things that sound funny, and for him, that fuss paused on. Oh yeah, that's like the face, like, Sugar Baby see every night. Right after he's paid them, he's like, haha, you know what's coming. Not in Lord of the Rings. Is there no black people at all in Lord of the Rings? Like, no black people at all in the Lord of the Rings, in like any of them. I'm trying to think. Probably not in the first one. The third one? Were any of the pirates who attacked at the end, were any of them black? Or the guys in the elephants? So maybe the third one. I'm not sure. I haven't seen Lord of the Rings in a very long time. But even at that, okay, well that's the norm. That's not the norm then, That's like the totally unique, separate thing, Gets criticized for it massively, which is stupid, because it's like, if that's like one of the only examples you can bring up, it's like people criticize Dunkirk for not having black people, and it's like, but the regiment they were following didn't have black people in it, It's like, what did you want them to do? Did you want them to not be historically accurate whatsoever and just have like a random black soldier, Black people in Middle Eastern and Asians exist in different lands. Okay, I don't know a huge amount about like the Cimmerillion and the Tolkien lore and all. Honestly, I'm gonna come across as like a bad person. I don't really care about Lord of the Rings. It's not really my favorite movie. I didn't like the series too much. I tried reading the books. There was too much guff in them. Not many colored people in the end, but no blacks. But no Rings of Power. There. Oh yeah, I know. When Rings of Power, they kind of put them in everywhere. But it's like when you're making a movie like Dunkirk, people complain. It's like, oh well, there are no black people in it. It's like, yeah. Because it's like the squad they followed didn't have any black people in it. It's like, oh well, there weren't any women. It's like, well, there were women, but they're like nurses on the troop ships and stuff like that, which is what women did back then. Did you want like one of them to be a female soldier just randomly? It doesn't really fit the historical theme to it. If you like, I think people need to work out if you want to be historically accurate or if you just want to like make up stuff because it ticks boxes. And I don't think movies should be a box ticking exercise. I just think that they're weird. I just think it's weird when people just want to do like a box ticking exercise. Like, although the movie has to have this, and this in it. If the movie doesn't have this, and this in it, it's just a bad movie. I was like, no, it's not really the case. It's not how things work.
About that. But now when you shoehorn it in and it's in everything, it's no longer fun. I don't know. I used to be like such a big supporter of that stuff, and I never understood why people are annoyed with it. Now I'm starting to get annoyed with it. That sucks.
It's been ruined, guys. Hollywood has ruined movies for Boogie by being too woke. You've heard it here first, guys. There's black people in Amazon. Yeah, there's black people in Rings of Power, which I know got a lot of people pissing and shitting themselves about it, which, like, I had no idea. I had no idea if it was a thing or not, because, like I said, I don't know the source material whatsoever. Peter the Cat, loyalty to the source material is better than my agenda. I agree with you there. Yeah, it's so weird when you see people who argue for, like, wokeness and just kind of forcing things in, but at the same time, well, because you see it on both sides, by the way. Red Tails is a good movie. Red Wings, I think you mean. Wasn't it Red Wings? Oh, fuck, what was it called? The George Lucas movie? Because it was Tuscany Airmen, wasn't it? Red Tails? Or Red Wings? Red Tails, you were right. Yeah, 100% you were right. I don't know why I always thought it was Red Wings for some reason. Is Operation Red Wing Lone Survivor? Maybe that's what I was thinking of. Oh yeah, Blake D, we forgot to say hi, Boogie in chat. I don't know. I would rather someone be loyal to the source material. It's like when I was talking about Welcome to Raccoon City. A lot of people threw a temper tantrum because Leon is Avon. I cannot remember his surname, but I think he's from, like, Indian or Pakistani, like, descent, and he looks nothing like Leon. Leon is, like, the whitest man who ever lived. Okay, excuse me. I will grab it up here. So, I know people kind of, like, pissed the bed with this because Leon was suddenly, like, Indian, Pakistani, I'm not 100% sure. But a lot of people were very upset with it because he looks nothing like Leon, because Leon is, like, an uber white guy, okay? The real Leon, this Leon is uber hot. Okay, I understand that link. I remember when I first saw the movie and I saw that, and I was like, oh, really? Like, it's a pre-existing character, okay? People will always argue, it's like, oh, but it doesn't matter. It does not matter because him being white doesn't matter to him as a character, so it's fine to change it. It's like, okay, well, I guarantee if you did that to a black character, people would not be happy, okay? Rip to the Hispanic guy, the Indominus ate because the white guy had to go into disclosure. Yeah, that's what Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, or whatever the fuck it was so not woke. Jurassic World, it was just the first Jurassic World that happened. Yeah, it's disgustingly not woke. But yeah, a lot of people were upset about this. Having watched Welcome to Raccoon City, this is, like, the least important thing to be annoyed about. It's, like, a good indicator that there's going to be something wrong, because I watched through so many interviews where, like, Johannes is trying to talk about this, and he comes across so poorly, because he's talking about how, Capcom weren't happy originally with his argument, and he had to try and convince them to hire pretty much... He never said it was because of race, but he said they weren't overly happy with the decision because they were changing the look of the character. It also happened with Jill as well, where Jill is, I think Jill's, like, kind of blacky, kind of, I think, like, she's, like, black, white, I'm not sure what, it's like, I think she's an English actress. So people were, like, freaking out about that as well. This is not the biggest issue with the movie, But it's so weird to see people being so disingenuous, being like, oh, well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that you're doing this. It doesn't matter that you're doing this. And it's like, well, it should, because it implies that you're happy enough to change shit. But then when you're talking about the source material, Welcome to Raccoon City did so much more damage to the source material than anything else. Did you hear about the Black Anne Boleyn series a year or two ago? Yeah, I did, but never wasn't at all interesting. Never was interested. Never watched it. That's not really my bag. Resident Evil games equal good. I will debate that. Resident Evil has been, like, a touch and go series for a very, very long time. It's not one I'm overly fussed with. I like some of the games. I dislike some of the games. Like 5, I think, is not a great game. 6 is a pretty fucking awful game. I've never played 7 or 8. I played a bunch of, like, the Survivor games and stuff like that. So Resident Evil is generally a good franchise, but it's not, like, all perfect like everyone seems to think it is. And like, none of the movies or shows based on it have ever been good. None of them have ever been good. I'm trying to think. The original Mila Jovovich one was fun enough, I guess. The second one, well, it was probably my favorite, but that's because it's, like, campy fun, because it's bad fun. The third and fourth and fifth, like, all pretty bad. Welcome to Raccoon City was bad. All the Japanese ones, like Degeneration and all, are all bad. Infinite Darkness, the new series, it's also pretty bad. Resident Evil is hard to translate across to a film because Resident Evil is dumb, unless you make like a 1-to-1 recreation of it, where you follow the storyline of the second or third one, or the first one if you really want to, it's going to be a lot slower paced than most movies, and it's hard to fit the survival horror into it, and it's also hard to fit in a lot of the puzzle elements, in my opinion. So that's why they never translate overly well. But I think people probably should just stop trying. The Last of Us basically said every game was Donkey Kong until yep. I've never played The Last of Us. It doesn't really look like my type of game. It was overhyped when it came out, so I wasn't interested in it. I was like, I'll play it eventually. And then I just heard really boring things about it. It doesn't really come across as my thing. And then obviously the whole second one came out, and that was a massive drama. So I was just like, I'm never going to play it. I just don't care. I'll probably watch the show. And I was thinking about maybe doing like... Because we'll see how the show goes, because people might have a shit fit and be like, oh my god, it's the worst thing ever. I intend to watch the show as someone who's never played it before, and then I'm going to do a review of, like, you know, what people think of it, pretty much, you know, like, what like, a layman's view of it, because everyone's going to be going in being like, oh, I love the game so much, and they ruined this, or I love the game so much, and this made this good. And I'm just like, oh, well, I haven't ever played it, so it'll be interesting to watch it as someone who's never experienced it. This is why I couldn't watch Halo, because I was a big fan of Halo back in the day. So it's like hard for me to like watch Halo and be like, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is dumb, this is dumb. When somebody who's not a fan might enjoy it more. So I'm kind of tempted to do that, because it's coming out in the next week or two, I think.
I don't know, man. I just thought I'd
get back to our Jared.
Boogie. But
Hitman series?
on some real shit though, I actually did want to talk about this, because this was some petty ass bullshit.
Okay.
But fucking Boogie, bro.
That's an impressive win.
Oh my Lord Jesus, dude.
Holy
this
shit.
guy on Christmas, you know, is nothing sacred. You guys remember that quote on Muppets Christmas? That was such a great movie. Is nothing sacred.
Get to the point, Jared. God damn it.
Boogie decided to shill on Christmas. What a cuckold. Like, really, bro.
Jesus
really.
Christ. He's usually kind of a fan of Boogie. Like, he usually does like Boogie. What? Cuckold? Jesus Christ, that's harsh. I'm assuming he's going to be talking about the Francis video, which is just one giant advertisements, you know? But, holy shit. Isn't that a game Until Dawn? Until Dawn was one of those quick time event games where your decisions mattered. I've never played it. I've only ever watched people do Let's Plays of it. And once you see a Let's Play of something like that, I don't really feel like it's a reason to play it, you know? The Chinese manga where Nemesis is like a little Mac Boxer ripoff. I have no idea. Oh, is it Chinese manga? Really? Oh, I've never even heard of that before. I haven't read any of the manga or anything like that. I've read some of the books. Like Steve Perry or Steve Perry or something like that. Since the books and Resident Evil, I've read some of those, but I've never read any mangas or anything like that.
That is just some sad shit. He turned his fucking Christmas special into an ad for Mega PCs or Meta PC.
It was pretty bad.
That stupid shit is.
It's gonna
overpriced
There's gonna be a Jared win here. He's actually gonna call him out in this correctly.
Bullshit. I actually looked into it. I'll tell you what Meta PC is. It's a fucking fart.
What is with it? What is with these like high level autists who really enjoy farting? Because it's like him and King Cobra. Cyrax did it too. Didn't Cyrax do that as well? He's like farted on camera to try and like get to own people. Jared looks drunk. Jared always looks drunk. Jared has like the thinking and speech capacity of me in the last 2 minutes of my New Year's Eve stream.
Bro, I looked it up and it's overpriced bullshit.
Do you know who else enjoys farting, Link? Marshall Mathers IV. He also really enjoys farting.
Shit. There's much better competitors. Meta PC is crap. So I just wanted to get that out of the way. But
okay.
Yeah, little Boogie decided to make a Christmas ad with his little PC that he ends up smashing at the end. Which I'll admit, you know.
No, he didn't. That PC he got wasn't from Meta PCs. That wasn't the ad. His hairline is jacked. His hairline is an M. You know? He is like a super villain who is like forming like his logo on his head. He's going to be like, he called himself Master Genesis or something like that, didn't he? So he's probably shaved his hair into the M for his master. His like pubes were shaped in a G or something like that. Vegeta
He's
hairline,
done that song and dance before, but it is funny. He does make it funny. Okay, the guy's funny. Chuckle, chuckle. All right, you know what I'm saying? I
He's
think
not
he is
funny.
anyway. Some people think he's not, but
Imagine watching that and being like, look, okay, it was funny. My only issue with it was an ad. Because it was funny. It was not funny. It was 7 minutes. 7 minutes straight of like, oh, but did you get a new one? Well, it's kind of new, but is it new? I don't know. It might be new, kind of new, a wee bit new. Maybe it's new. I don't know. Is it new? Well, it's at this number. I actually don't know what that number is. Is that new? I don't know. Is that a new number? It's just, it was that for 7 minutes straight. It was not funny.
I mean, come on, bro. He's like real life Cartman. Who doesn't like Cartman? You know what I'm saying? That's just how I feel about the situation.
Of people, I feel. Do we think? Because I know a lot of people like compared Francis to Cartman back in the day. Even Boogie did it repeatedly. Is Francis like Cartman anymore? You know, is Francis really like Cartman anymore? Because like Cartman is like funny and like, you know, I think that's what it is. It's like he's kind of funny, you know, and he's a lot more angry about stuff. Whilst like, does Francis really get angry anymore? Like actually angry? Because Boogie doesn't want his characters to get actually angry anymore, because that means he'll get demonetized, you know? Like, so he doesn't scream, he doesn't shout, he doesn't go as nuts as he used to do. Like, even him destroying it, he hit it twice. Like, with not even twice, I think it was a couple of times with the hammer, you know? Causing exactly, like, no damage to it. And that was it. And it was the lightest, softest. I think we ended up watching it on 2 times speed, and it was like the normal speed someone would hit it with, you know? I don't like Cartman or Boogie, but they aren't the same. I was like, yeah, I haven't watched South Park in a very, very long time, but they just don't feel the same. Like, Cartman is like angry and screaming and shouts and swears a lot, and he's like creative swears and stuff. Like, Francis is just like, I don't know, Francis is just like so downplayed nowadays, and he's mainly just like sexually creepy, as less than like an angry man-child. He's more like a creepy sex pest than anything else now. Which kind of really does, because like Boogie always said that, you know, Francis is a part of him, the part of him he tries to repress. He changes that every once in a while, like, but that's usually what he says about him. Like, and it just makes sense that no longer is Francis like the screaming, angry super gamer, because Boogie's not a gamer anymore, you know? It's now just like Francis is a creepy, weird sex pest who talks about people not liking Boogie, you know? Which is just, it sums up Boogie, you know, that's it.
So yeah, bro, you know, it wasn't a bad skit. It was just really petty and stupid. Yeah, it's like, fuck off with your meta PC crap.
Petty's a weird criticism.
You know, is nothing sacred, bro? I mean, really, on Christmas, Boogie? Come on, son. Like, come the fuck on, bro.
Does Jared not turn on TV at any point during Christmas? He's like, someone would advertise at Christmas. It's like, yeah, it's almost like, it's like the main thing people do in the run up to Christmas. Jared's not even like Christian or anything like that. Jared's like just a super worldly Buddhist guru monk shaman, you know? So it's weird that he's the one being like, you know, hey, Christmas is a sacred time. You're not allowed to advertise and you're not allowed to do capitalism.
This motherfucker. As if shilling behind his expensive toys wasn't bad enough, you know? He goes and pulls this... What's that saying? What's that quote on Home Alone? You know, as if that wasn't bad enough, you... I don't know, that was Dumb and Dumber. That's right. You totally redeem yourself. He totally redeems himself as an even bigger shill.
I'm going to speed him up a wee bit here because he's slow.
Boogie, Steven, come on, bro. You're supposed to make this like the year of change for yourself, you know. This is supposed to be your little...
Where were you? Where were you? It's like, this is meant to be the year change for you. Have you not followed him? The last, like, 2 months of 2022 was nothing but shilling and begging. It was nothing but shilling and begging. Like, this is entirely online with his fucking personality type.
Whatever, fucking, you know, evolution, I don't know. He hasn't evolved, he's still a cuck, bro. He's still a fucking fence-riding cuckold. And I am praying for the guy. You know what I told him in the comments, too, bro? I said... Listen, bro. Whoa, hello, ceiling. Hello, ceiling. Fuck this goddamn thing.
Hey, Taz. What the fuck is that? Enhance. What is that? Like, I got distracted by the Taz thing up there and his blackout curtains because, you know, he doesn't want any natural light touching his precious incel flesh. But what is that? Okay. Isn't like Prince or something like that. I saw because that's kind of like flesh toned. I thought it was like some warped person or something like that. Go with me here, guys. I'm not sure if anyone else saw this apart from me. Maybe this is my head in the gutter. But I thought that was like a bare hip, and that was a belly button, and that was like the side of like the chest. I thought this is like a bare body. It's like a guy like fingering his belly button. I did not realize that was a guitar that he was holding. I did not know that was a guitar he was holding. So I thought it was a guy cupping his own tit and tickling his belly button. And he had like a Ken doll, no dick, like smooth thing. That's what I thought that was. I'm not drunk again, Rinse. How dare you? What is that on his curtains? What, here? There's a skateboards leaning against it. And that's Taz the Tasmanian Devil. Probably from his childhood that's still there. And probably his cum sock.
I told myself I wouldn't touch the camera that much today.
You shouldn't have.
But that's what she said. Anyways,
What?
Whoa, hello.
I told myself I wouldn't touch the camera too much. That's what she said. What? What?
Hello, fucking inflammation. I hate snorting, bro. It's so embarrassing. But if you have inflammation like me, you sometimes snort.
Okay.
Go ahead and make a meme of it. I really don't care. I know my hate.
Slipping Jimmy is Boogie in here? I doubt it. No.
You will, but yo, bro, like Boogie, you haven't changed at all, bro. The only thing that I think changed about Boogie is he's just more honest about himself now, and I do respect that, you know, that he's more real. But he's still a fucking cuck. Oh yeah, what I told him though in the comments.
It is so weird. He's just like, yeah, I really respect him. Yeah, that's understandable. He's a fucking cuck. It's like just out of nowhere. It's like a nervous tick. Have I seen a super expensive watch, his amazing Apple Watch for the Apple phone that he doesn't have? That's $400 that he got like on like Christmas Day, but he definitely didn't get it. He decided to buy it for himself apparently on Christmas Day. Yeah, which I think is like $30 or something like that. I think he's like $30 watch or something like that he was gloating. Yeah, I saw that. I tune into Cyrex every once in a while. I don't like keep super up to date with him. He's one guy I was like, oh, I could talk about him, it could be interesting sometime, but I'm like, oh, I don't really know. The guy does seem to be like really mentally deficient, you know. I just like, I don't know if that's really, I don't know. I'm not sure if I'd feel bad. He seems like a terrible person, like, but I'm not sure if I'd feel bad talking about it. So we shall see. I might, if something really interesting with him happens, I might.
Was this, bro? I was like, listen, dude. Okay, above all else.
Are there any boogieisms you've adopted into your vocabulary? For me, anytime I screw something up, I always say, you done a fucked up cookie to myself. No. I'm trying to think. Is there any boogieisms of it? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think I've adopted any of them. I say LARP a lot, which I thought was funny because then Boogie started saying LARP suddenly on Twitter, and I was like, oh, maybe he's copying me, and then like I don't know. I don't think so. I think he only said it like a couple times and then he stopped. So maybe he adopted my mannerisms instead. But no, I don't, nothing like that. Hello, Marathon Guy. How you doing, my dude?
Let's just go to the gym.
Boogie tweeted about a troll that stopped trolling him. When was that slipping, Jimmy? Because I know he talked about that month before last. I think it was like in November time.
And lift heavy shit. I promise you, bro, it'll at least put a little hair on your fucking chest. You know, get that testosterone pumping in your body there, Boogie. I think that's the best thing that he can do for himself. But, I don't know, bro. I saw one of his gym videos. It was honestly kind of sad. He was just swimming like a humpback whale in a pool.
Bro, I want to... Okay. That's good. I don't... Look, you have a double elbow joint. You've got a double elbow joint. I don't think you can say anything. You know? I don't think you can say anything about people and being fat when you look like this. When you've got a third chin starting to form down there, and like you've got like fat buildup on your muscles, so you're getting a wee bit of a fatty hump back. I don't think you should talk about shit about anyone in the gym. Okay, I'd like to see a gym video from you. I think I see what you're talking about. There's normally this dude on Twitter who's left negative comments on my posts for years. I'm going through hundreds of accounts I've blocked. That is not. Yeah, it's Boogie looking for attention. Boogie does this occasionally. Where he randomly goes like, oh yeah, there's a guy who's bullying me, but I have him muted so I can't even see his things. Haha, he posts hundreds of messages and I don't even see them because I have him muted. But he's like always like responding to the guy. It's like, bro, if you had him muted, you wouldn't see his messages. You know, it's what are you talking about? It's so weird. It's such an awkward amount of cope that it just feels like it's him posting as himself to then respond to himself. Like, this guy's a sock puppet of Boogie's, and it's him saying that, you know. Slippin' Jimmy, I don't know. I've been seeing him say this for months about this. It's nonsense. It is just absolute nonsense. Hey Spicy and hello Pablo, how are you doing? Who's this guy? This guy is Jared Genesis. He is a true Alpha Sigma male. We were watching him talk about Boogie. This guy's a real man, unlike Boogie. Boogie's a cuck.
Bro, he's fucking, and he was like, it's bad enough that he's fat, but the way he was, yo, bro,
It's
the
bad
way
enough.
that he
You're
was swimming
fat,
was like,
bro. You're fat too. Stop it. Stop it. Don't be bullying Boogie. You're fat too. Come on, that's silly. So you can't be called. Oh, it's bad enough that Boogie's fat and he looks dumb in the gym. One, you're fat and you don't go to the gym. So stop talking shit. Like, okay, come on. I'm gonna have to take Boogie's side on this one. Like,
your typical fat person, you know, swimming. It's like treading. You know what I'm saying? Just treads. Fat people treads, bro. Man boob treading. I'll speak for myself, right? But nah, bro. Fuck this guy. Look, man.
bro, you're like 35 and your hair's like
All I gotta say is this.
super gray. You can't grow a goatee. Like, look at that. You can see the shadow, and it's clear that he's like trying to grow out a goatee, but it's not growing anywhere apart from a bit of like fluff on his chin. I just don't know if you could talk shit about anyone. If I'm like, I don't really go for people's appearances, but like, you know, really, I don't think you can say shit.
Bro, like, Boogie, if you're watching this, I love you, man, but you're such a piece of shit to do this on Christmas. Like, really, son. I'm glad you brought back Francis, but this was not the way to do it, bro. Come on, son. You know, I want to see some more Mountain Dew Stew videos. That was good shit, bro. Just fucking around having...
Why does he always sounds like he's fake laughing. It's like it's like if you type ha 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 out in the keyboard. If you type ha 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 out in keyboard, that is how he laughs.
a good time, man. You know, that's what YouTube needs more than anything. People take themselves too damn seriously. But anyways, guys, like, that's what I got for you. Let me just say something
You
real
said
quick.
nothing
Get this
apart
out
from he's a cuck and he looked silly in a swimming pool.
of the way. I realize my shirt has fucking mold on it. Okay, I'm not stupid. I understand. I've been wearing this day.
What, bro? Why would you wear it if you're like, oh, yeah, I acknowledge that my shirt has mold on it? It's like, then why would you be wearing it? Most of the time you're shirtless. Most of the time you're shirtless. Why, like, just go shirtless instead of wearing your mold-covered shirt? Like, it's falling apart. Like, it looks like you have ripped a hole. It's like everyone said, it looks like a pillowcase, you know? Oh, what?
I'm sure for like a month now, but guess what, motherfuckers?
He thinks selling on Christmas is bad, but sleeping with a 13, yes. For anyone who doesn't know, Jared, age is just a number to Jared. It is just a number to him. He believes that if he has a spiritual connection with someone, no matter the age, then it is fine, and society should not hold him down, because hashtag we live in a society, people. He is a guru who is spiritually on a much higher level than us, so it's okay for him to diddle kids if he is connected to them, you know. Windshield got a spider crack. I went to get it replaced today, and when they were putting in the new one, they cracked it too. Got to go back Saturday. They had like one job. Fuck's sake, that's bad times. Sorry to hear that, Lisa.
I got news for you, okay? Listen up. I'm fucking poor. I have no money. You don't want to see me wear this shit? Give me money. I have a PayPal. Give me money and I will buy a shirt with it.
Bro! Dude! Is it... What? When did he post this? A day ago. Okay. Well, congratulations. You waited a few days after Christmas before you made your bet. Is this guy, seriously, did he spend the entire video, 6.5 minutes, bitching that Boogie made a video, like, about Francis, like, talking about, like, I don't know, buying meta PCs, but then he just goes like, well, yeah, okay, guys, I'm wearing a mold-covered top because I'm poor, give me money. Jesus. This guy has some potential epic lolcow material. This guy's been a lolcow for a while. If you ever heard of EFAP, like Muller and his guys who talk about movies, they used to have him as their personal lolcow and talk about him on the podcast until he revealed himself to be interested in children, and then they like instantly dumped him, and I don't think they ever talk about him anymore because they're like, oh, holy shit, we don't want to have any form of association with that. Fuck me sideways. Oh, okay.
Bitch. Otherwise, shut the fuck up. I think a lot of you guys don't even know what it's like to be poor. Okay? I have like...
Maybe stop buying skateboards when you don't skateboard. Maybe stop doing that and you could buy a t-shirt. I do not think t-shirts are that expensive. Like, bro. Dude, like, that's a bit of a fucking cope. You guys aren't poor like me, so you can't tell me to stop wearing my mold-covered t-shirt. You live in your parents' house. Yeah, he lives with his parents. Yeah, he lives in his, like, parents' attic. You know? Where he just randomly screams at his dad. And, you know, like, what's that? Like, what controller is that for? That looks like a nice, shiny controller with LED lighting and stuff like that. That seems unnecessary. Maybe sell that. Maybe buy, like, a basic bitch controller from China or something like that. And then you buy a couple t-shirts. Why is he wearing a moldy shirt? Because he's poor, Lisa. And we're not allowed to judge him for that because he's poor. So that means he can wear a moldy t-shirt and no one's allowed to say it. But you can only say it if you give him money. If you donate to him, then I guess you can say it.
2 shirts now. One I don't really wear much because it's pretty much turned into a rag, my Nirvana shirt. This is the only shirt I have left. Please give me money to my PayPal so you can shut the fuck up. All right, I really don't care though. You know, my narcissistic haters, they think.
Is it Jared's already on this? I'm sure Kiwi Farms would have found out. I'm sure someone would have found out because I think those are like publicly accessible in America. So I'm sure people would have found out if he was already on the sex offenders register.
That I care about petty shit because they care about petty shit, but I don't. It doesn't bother me. My looks don't bother me. I mean,
bro. Okay, your looks don't bother you, but you just ranted and raved about how Boogie looked when trying to swim, but looks don't bother you because you don't care about that because you're like above that, I guess. Okay, kind of, maybe. Then you just got pissy about people talking about your shirt had mold on it, but you don't care about that. But also people should shut the fuck up and also give you money because you're poor, because you don't have it. And also people can't talk about you because they don't know what it's like to be poor, but also you don't care. Do you know that logic? Fucking works out to me, bro.
Why do you think I would do videos with my shirt off? I don't give a fuck, bro. I know I'm already a badass. You know what I'm saying? Man beans ain't gonna change.
Certified badass. Certified badass here. If his punches don't get you, the mold will get you. You'll die of tuberculosis 3 days later.
That. All right, moldy shirts ain't gonna change that. I know who I am. I'm a badass motherfucker. And if you think that I'm not, you can suck my cock. I really don't care, bro. But I just wanted to end the video with saying that, like, listen, man.
Listen, man, it's awful that Boogie begged. But really, he didn't beg. He just advertised his Meta PC sponsor. It's awful that he did that. Also, literally just give me free money, okay? Literally just give me free money, guys. It's terrible that Boogie did that. He is literally like a turbo cuck. He's like he actually is a turbo cuck for even asking you to buy a PC. However, literally give me money. I am a real man. Bro. What?
I don't give a fuck what you haters have to tell me. You know, you guys, and since I made that nerd video, you've really been coming full force. I don't fucking care.
He does this constantly. He is the type of guy who always say like, I don't care what haters say, but then always talk about the haters coming after him. Always talk about it. Anytime he says something dumb and people laugh at him, he will always be like, haha, the haters really upset about that. But I don't care because like they're just haters and I don't actually pay attention to haters and I don't care about the haters. But the haters are really coming after me and I don't care, guys. But yeah, the haters are going to be... And it's just like, bro, just stop talking about them if you don't care. You always draw attention to how many people are being mean to you and bullying you and how they can't talk about your moldy ass shirt. But I don't care anyway. You fucking clearly do, bro. Times not doings, what? He likes little girls, which truly is. Yes, that is the easily the worst thing about him. Like that he's a super beta male. That he's a terrible person. That he's wearing a moldy shirt. None of that really matters compared to him being like an absolute creep. This guy could spend $10 on a shirt. The guy could probably spend $1 on a shirt. I'm sure there's a Goodwill near him. He just won't get it because it doesn't have like a 90s property on it, so he can relive his childhood. That's why they said his only 2 t-shirts are Nirvana and Zelda. The dude is just upset he can't find any 90s. If he find like a Mortal Kombat t-shirt, 100% he'd buy that.
And kiss my ass. So, that's really all I have to say. My 10 minutes are about up here.
Sarah, how can we suck your dick and kiss your ass at the same time? That does not make sense. I have one pair of lips, okay? I'm sorry, I cannot possibly do both at once. Your logic failed you once again, sir.
Stop caring what people think about you, and you will become a badass too.
Yeah, guys, if you ever dedicate a minute and a half straight of just ranting about people criticizing you and how you're so poor and it's mean of them to criticize you because they don't understand what it's like to be you and how everyone should just give you free money, yeah, that is clear proof that he does not care about the haters, and he is hashtag owning those haters.
Boogie's main problem was that he always cared what people thought. That was his biggest flaw. So I'm at least glad to know that I think he doesn't care as much anymore, and I think that too will help him on his journey.
Boogie's issue is that he cares too much about what people think. You started the video off by calling him actually a cuck because he is sponsored by Meta PCs and he advertised Meta PCs, and then went straight. There was no pause into saying, "Yes, my T-shirt has mold on it. Give me money so I can buy stuff." And there was like no through line whatsoever there. God damn it, sir. Anyone who says they're badass isn't, yeah, spicy. That's what I said about the Grimm's Toy Show. Lisa, you're not trauma dumping. 100% work away. It's a frustrating thing. I understand that entirely. You're not trauma dumping. Work away, dude. You know, that's grand. But yeah, it's like I said about Grimm's Toy Show. If you have to tell people you're a badass, you are not a badass. It's his whole thing of like, who would stand up to someone like me? Do you not know who I am, motherfucker? It's like, bro, if you have to say, do you not know who I am, then they don't know who you are. They don't care who you are. If you have to invite someone to like care about who you are, they don't know who you are because you probably are a nobody. I was not even going to include that in my monthly recap, but I fucking had to. Because it wasn't even really about Boogie. But I had to include that full thing just because he was so fucking weird. I could have made like an entirely separate video on it. But I was like, no, I'm just gonna include this in my Boogie thing so I can just be done with it.
But also lifting heavy weights. That would be a good thing too.
Let's see those arms. Let's see those arms. Lift those arms a wee bit.
Boogie.
Let's see. If you're going to talk about lifting heavy weights, got to lift those arms a wee bit there. Because you've got no shoulder muscles whatsoever. You have no shoulder muscles whatsoever. None. And for wearing a muscle tee, it does not look like you've got muscles to show off there. And I've seen you shirtless. You do not have pecs. You do not have an ab. And I say an ab. I do mean an ab. He does not have a singular of them. Like, he is a barrel-shaped boy. Don't talk shit about how people should be lifting fucking weights, alright?
Fucking show, you know.
I've never seen someone with fat eyelids. This bro has fat eyelids. Like, I know he probably hasn't slept in 300 fucking days because he's been too busy looking at underage fucking porn on the dark web. But, like, bro, calm your fucking tits.
The Grinch that chilled on Christmas. I think I'll make that my title. Anyways, guys, peace.
Oh, look, he's even got wee thin lower arms as well. His forearms are weak. Like, when he turns his body like that, you can really see how big his chesticle is. Let's have a wee Jeffrey Duke at this boy. Oh, we're gonna see him. Okay, fake Alpha Jared talks about the. I don't care. Talks downwards at a drunken low. Okay, so he talks about King Cobra here.
All right, you guys. You all knew this video was gonna happen, so let's talk about King Cobra getting arrested.
Why?
So a friend of mine showed me on.
Look at that. Look at this shirtless boy. He's got a tiny head, no shoulders. No, like, there's nothing here. There's no upper arm, like
on Discord, no biceps, about Josh getting arrested,
no pecs or anything like that.
Shocker of the century? I don't know, bro.
Show us your tits.
What you guys got to realize is, bro,
RVLV,
alcohol will turn you into a different person. It will, and I've seen it happen, bro. Alcohol.
You haven't missed much. We've been watching Jared Genesis call Boogie a cuck for advertising Meta PCs in his Francis video, which was a lame video, but then immediately went on to saying, "I can't afford T-shirts. Please donate directly to my PayPal."
Is a fucking demon. That's why they call wine spirits or whatever alcohol that is.
I don't know if that's true. If it is, I kind of love it. I don't think that's true.
It's because it's a demon spirit, bro. It's not a coincidence. I'm telling you, man. Demons live in fucking alcohol.
Oh, look at that. There's nothing there. There's nothing there, Jared. Don't tell people to lift heavy weights when you struggle to lift that cup.
And I know Josh has plenty because I know he plays with his fucking Ouija board and does all that other corny dumb shit. Which I wish he didn't do, and I do love the guy, but he needs to just grow out of that fucking emo phase, goth phase, whatever. You know, we all had that fucking phase as kids in middle school, but...
I don't think you can talk shit about anyone growing out of phases from middle school when this is what your bedroom wall looks like. Bro. You still got like playing cards taped to your wall. You've got like you've got Taz, the Tasmanian Devil, hanging up there. Bro, I don't think you can talk shit.
He held on to it. God bless him. You know, he's doing what he's passionate about. But you know, come on, Josh. Come on, Josh.
True chat. True.
It's okay, buddy. You know, I still listen to fucking My Chemical Romance sometimes. I won't lie. I was listening to Good Charlotte the other day, actually.
Bro, you got Linkin Park like literally right there. Like literally, I don't think you need to tell me you listen to Good Charlotte sometimes. You got Linkin Park hanging there.
Oh, I was talking to a certain individual whose name will not be mentioned.
Cushing's.
But like from what it sounds like, he was at a gas station with his father, and I don't know, man. I think he got in an argument with somebody. I don't know the exact details, but apparently Josh's dad had to bail him out, and you know, I guess the cop realized that he has autism, and you know, he didn't get arrested, which is good.
Yeah.
Josh would not do well in jail. Let's just be honest.
He did get arrested. Well, you're not paying attention whatsoever when like the story is being told. He got arrested. Even in King Cobra's like version of events, which is entirely false, he got arrested. He said he spent the night in jail. Like I know America has jail and prison. I don't get what the difference is between those two. But he was in overnight. He did get arrested for drunken public or whatever the fuck it was. Like he did get arrested. Who were you listening to, Jared?
He would, you know, he would get himself in trouble. Okay. When you take someone off of their drug, that turns them into an even bigger demon. So him having to get sober with other people, that's another reason why he wouldn't last in a group home, guys, okay? Let's just be honest, he doesn't have that in him, bro. He's mentally unstable, okay? But, look,
Wasn't there footage of you, like, screaming that you were a real man at your dad over and over and over again because they threatened to turn off your internet? Hey, Benson, yeah, I was pretty late for usually I try and post up like a day in advance if I'm going to do a stream, but I didn't actually remember to do it this time. It was like last minute thing. But yeah, glad you enjoyed the stuff, my dude. There's like video footage of him screaming at his dad for threatening to turn off his internet because he was threatening to kill people online. He's threatening to kill a troll, was trying to dox a troll online, and his like dad or his mom threatened to turn off his internet. And he kept saying, "If you come in here, I'm gonna whoop your ass, boy. I'm a real man." I just started screaming over and over again that he was a real man. I don't think you can call anyone else mentally disturbed or unwell. Like, genuinely, what age is this guy? Like, I don't follow him super closely. Does anyone know what age is he? Because he looks like a 50-year-old man here. Like, look at this pause. He looks like a 50-year-old man. If you put him and Boogie side by side, I would say he looks older than Boogie. I unironically. And it's not just because the grey hair. The grey hair doesn't help. It's everything. Look at that face. He's like 40? Okay, I thought he was like maybe like his early 30s or something like that. But Jesus Christ, like he looks older than Boogie. He actually looks older. Definitely. When you're like, just yeah, that's the thing, Thomas. He said he went to the drunk tank. I saw. I think it was Bogham Chronicles maybe like posted up the police report. I saw that, which obviously was nothing like what Cobes told us at all.
just gonna say this though, I don't blame him for being that way because I deal with gang-stalking pieces of shit myself, who are more unstable than you can shake a goddamn stick at. These people are the real lolcows. That's why they don't.
Doesn't he just get like mildly trolled on the internet? Like, because he's not even like a big. That's a good face. He's not even like big, you know. He gets 150 views. He's not even big, you know. But he thinks he's actually getting gang stalked.
Show their faces. It's because they know they're a fucking joke, and they're the same people trying to make Josh commit suicide. That's what they're trying to do when they get off on it. It's a sexual thing, bro.
What?
But I don't want to go there. You know.
People are sexually stalking him now. Holy shit. Oh, bro. Okay. Ours is a gang stalker. I do drive a red car, so gang stalking confirmed.
I've already talked about that in other videos. Listen, Josh, my best advice to you, bro, for the new year, okay, is just to go out there and get fucking shredded. You know, go to the gym. That was a good one.
What the shit? That pause was a total quit. I was gonna pause to talk about. I was gonna pause to say stop giving people advice to work out. Like, unironically, King Cobra is in a better fucking physical shape than this guy. You know, like his face might be all over the place, like, but like physically wise, King Cobra's pretty thin. He's not even close to like ripped or anything like that. But he's like lean because he's got no fat on him. You know, bro. He looks like a melted marshmallow. He can't possibly tell people, "Hey, go lift weights. You should be working out more. Be a real man like me." Bro, come on. Didn't you just get beaten up? But the reason he hates Jason Scott Lee or whatever the guy called, he played like the original Green Power Ranger or something. He hates him, Jason Frank, something like that, because that guy let him get beat up in his dojo because Jared showed up not knowing any martial arts, tried to talk himself up, so they let him fight some like beginner guy, and the guy kicked the cunt out of him. The guy like actually kicked the cunt out. My laughs are good but very loud. Yeah, Razor, my laughs are terrible. I need to get like a pop filter or something like that for this microphone. My gain's actually turned down quite a bit. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's terrible. Bro, he can't. Sad Dog, he can't get it. He can't. He got beat up by Tommy. No, he got beat up by like Tommy's a beginner student. And Tommy just stood there and watched. Tommy just stood there and watched, and that's why he hates him. That's the entire. Because he used to be a big fan. Because obviously, look at him. This guy loves the Power Rangers. He was upset that Tommy just stood there and watched him get beat up and didn't stop the fight. And then because of that, when Tommy committed suicide like a month ago, he celebrated it. He posted a whole bunch of videos celebrating him dying for daring let him get beat up. It's so embarrassing.
Got some coffee toots going on. Oh, I love coffee, even natural laxative. Lift heavy weight. Do a little bit of cardio. Not too...
Bro, you should be talking to a mayor and not fucking Cobes.
Too much, though. You don't want to kill your gains. But I guarantee you, Josh, you lift that fucking weight, son, it will change you. It will put hair on your chest. Okay.
The irony there. The irony there. Bro. If you don't shave your chest, you're just a hairless boy.
Okay, I mean, if you look at me like 4 years ago, bro, when I was Punky J, you know, I was a scrawny little fuck. I had a squeaky voice. Now my voice is fucking, it's like someone put a bass amp to it. I mean, I have a...
Your voice sounds exactly the same. Your voice sounds exactly the same as the first time I saw you. There's no change in you whatsoever. You've just gotten fatter. That is literally it. Why is he talking about his flatulence? I don't know. I honestly think in his head, and it's probably the same as like King Cobra and all, I think they think farting is a manly thing. You know? I think they think farting is like a manly thing because they're like, you know, these are the type of guys who watch like 1990s cartoons still. I think they think that a fart is like a manly thing and girls are going to be like, ew, farts are gross. But guys, let's drink some beer and fart. I think that's in their head. They think farting makes them manly because I don't fucking know. Or childish sense of humor. It's one of the two.
A fucking alpha voice, bro. I'm not going to lie. I sound like a goddamn...
Alpha voice. I've got him on a times and a half here, so let's listen to his alpha voice.
Ronnie Coleman now, and I think it's amazing. And, you know, my haters know that too, and then I'm sure...
You don't sound like you're an alpha. You don't sound like you have any strength in your voice whatsoever. You talk incredibly slowly. You talk incredibly slowly, which to me comes across as being, like, deliberate. It's one of those things where, like, he talks slowly to try and, like... It's like Boogie. Boogie talks slowly, because Boogie's voice is a lot different than when he started. Boogie's voice is deeper, and in my opinion, it's put on to be deeper. Boogie plays with his voice quite a lot. Boogie talks slower, because I do think when you're talking slower, it's easier to kind of control your voice and like make it sound deeper. That's probably what he's trying to do here, because he just talks slow. He doesn't talk with like power or weight. There's no strength behind his words or anything like that.
Sure they get triggered over it. They just don't mention it, but...
I'm sure all my haters are upset because I talk like an alpha male. They don't mention it, but I'm sure they're upset by it because of my deep voice. Oh, bro, that's so sad. That's so sad. At least Boogie like goes like, oh, my haters hate me because I talk about begging. And here's like a tweet where someone said, lol, you're a beggar. At least Boogie can do something like that. Like Jared's just like, well, I haven't seen anyone say it, but I'm sure they're really upset because I just sound too alpha.
Josh, lifting weights will change your life. Focus on yourself. Stop simping for women on OnlyFans and Chatterbait, whatever stupid bullshit that is.
Chatterbait.
These women do not care about you, bro. You're just a dollar sign to them. They don't care about you, bro.
But I think Cobra knows that, though, doesn't he? Like, Cobra does know that. Like, I don't think Cobra ever tricks himself that he's like, oh yeah, the girls in Chatterbait really like me. You know, like, Cobra just fantasizes every girl in real life actually secretly fancies him. Jared is just, like, pure top-tier incel. I do think he's also a virgin. At least Coase has, like, actually, like, gotten laid over time, you know? hate Boogie's voice only because it's like he's trying to make everything he says seem important. He's talking about like the trolls. Just like, yeah, he does. He tries out a lot of gravitas to his voice and tries to like really draw out things and make him sound really impactful. The whole, you know, long pauses and stares off into the distance. It's just how Boogie rolls with everything. This is the man who slays puss. This is the king alpha slayer of the fanny over here. He likes little girls. Don't forget, nasty man. Oh, we'll never forget. We will never forget. Jared is like one of the lowest people. Like, that's why I don't really talk about him a lot or cover him a lot, because he is just like disgusting and genuinely pathetic. I tune in every once in a while because he's just like, he's not fun to watch because he's just like, bro, you're just awful. You're just an awful person. Like, Cobes is like a loser, but like he's like funny. Cyrax is, you know, a kitty diddler as well. So he's less likable, but at least he has like some more apparent issues. Like, Cobes just thinks he's like an alpha male who like can fuck any girl he wants, but the girls he particularly wants to fuck are 8.
Using you. Okay, boss, you know, you don't deserve to be treated like that as a man. You don't deserve to be dehumanized in that way. And I can guarantee you, man, I can guarantee you, your trolls, Josh, are the biggest simps. You know, I see them, they try to talk tough on your chat, they try to act like little alpha males, but I guarantee you they are the biggest simps. They are the biggest little beta gym sharks, you know, those little...
They're a beta gym sharks. So now does he think going to the gym is beta? Like, what? Does he now think going to the gym's beta? Like, your entire argument there was that he needs to start working out. So it's like, is working out only alpha if you do it at home or something like that? Where does that come from? It's like, well, they troll you and laugh at you for like being a creepy weirdo around girls. So the thing is, they must actually be simps. It doesn't, because he thinks everyone who hates him is a simp. That's just his bit. He thinks because he's like above sex, because he's like an incel and can't you know, get a girl. He just thinks everyone who doesn't like him is like a simp and are protecting women by coming after him.
Fucking I'm not gonna say that word, but little pussies, okay, that try to flex their small muscles at the gym hoping to get attention. They're bitches. They're bitch made. You're not like that, Josh.
Bro, you don't even have muscles. I'm sorry. Like, Cobes doesn't really have muscles. He's not a muscular guy in any way. But at least he looks like he's got a little bit of muscle on him because he's so thin. Bro, even if you have a little bit of muscle on you, you can't see it because of how fat you are. Come on. Stop it. This is silly.
You have a mind of your own. And for that, I would even call you an alpha male. I would, because it takes a lot of guts to do what you're doing. Most people could not do what you're doing, Josh. And that's why you're vitally important to this world. Do not let us lose you over something stupid like alcohol. Do not
let us lose you. You're one of the last true alpha males. You and me and Boogie, I think, are the last true alpha males.
Do that. You understand me, Josh? I will kill you if you die, okay? If you die, I will find you and kill you. No, but seriously, okay. Look, man, don't do that to us. You'd be hurting a lot of people. Josh, we love you, man. Come on, it's time to start fresh. You know, you don't have to go to a stupid commercial gym, but just lift those weights that you got at home. Maybe add a few pounds to them. Do push-ups, you know, do Kaylee aesthetics, stuff like that. Ride your bike, you know, work on those fucking leg muscles like in that video. Bro. She said, love to ride bike. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing that shit, homie. You'll get there, bro. You'll get there. It will change your fucking life. I love you, brother. And I'm wishing the very best for you, Josh.
This dude, unironically, has a third chin growing. And he is telling people they should work out more. He's talking about King Cobra JFS, Lisa. This guy, unironically, has a third chin coming.
Very best for you,
and
Josh.
He is telling, look, like 1, 2, 3. The third one is, there's another role forming there. And he is telling people, get out there, work out, but don't go to commercial gyms because that's where betas go. You should just like do some push-ups at home and like do some like barbell curls and dumbbell curls. It's like, all right, King Cobra, yes, yeah, King Cobra JFS. Come on. All right, well, it is 1 a.m. here, and I said this was only going to be a short stream, and I do need to go, unfortunately. But yes, guys, anything else you want to say? Anything else you want to talk about quickly before I go? Like I said, I kind of went into this like with no preparation whatsoever, so I didn't really plan anything. But yeah, I'm probably going to be heading off here. If there's anything else, say anything I've forgotten, let me know quickly. If not, we shall be wrapping up, my dudes. I'm just kind of waiting here just to give it. Sad dog, do not poo me. No, I don't want to be up super late. Did you get laid? What, back after my drunken thing? Yes. So yes, guys, I'm gonna head off. I'm gonna head off here. Need to get some sleep. Need to get some stuff done tomorrow. So I shall leave you be. Have a good one, guys. Thank you very much for coming. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. Probably watch anime. How dare you? I probably will watch anime in bed. But yeah, I'll leave you be, guys. Have a good one. Take care.